Yes, Ronald Reagan has the best male hair genetics ever. Okay, take a look at his hairline here. That's the hairline of a 15-year-old. Except he's not 15, he's 70. He's 70 with a perfect hairline, dark hair. Now, people say that he dyed his hair, and he wasn't to the Hollywood scene before he was a president, so he could have very well dyed his hair. But here's a picture of him with his parents. Now, look at his father. His father wasn't in the Hollywood scene, so I doubt his father was dyeing his hair, but he had a full black hair here. Okay? Now, this is a later photo of him in his presidency, and it was graying in the corner, so maybe he just had a full head of dark hair with a perfect hairline. Now, even if he was graying and he dyed his hair, I would much rather have a full head of gray hair than to be bald, because then you could just dye it. All right? Now, also, this is a reason why Ronald Reagan is amongst the most favorite of presidents, because he had a full head of hair, okay? And if you don't believe that, well, that's you, but it's the truth. When he was up there telling those jokes, he was really sucking people in, drawing them in with his charisma. Well, a big part of that was he had perfect hair, okay? And so that plays a big role. That's why one of the other most beloved presidents is John F. Kennedy, okay? John F. Kennedy also had full, perfect hair. And not only perfect hair, but Marilyn Monroe in his bed after sneaking her through the tunnels of the White House. So if that ain't a loved president, I don't know what is. But the difference between the two is that John F. Kennedy died much younger than Ronald Reagan. So we don't know how John's hair would have turned out later in life. But we know at 93 years old, Ronald Reagan had a perfect hairline that never changed his entire life. Though it may have went gray, the hair line never changed. All right. Now here's photos of him. I don't like to say mogging, but when you're 70 years old in a room with men who are 30 years younger than you and you have a perfect hairline, what else are you doing? What else are you doing except for mogging? All right. So that's just the truth. And this is why Ronald Reagan is the best male hair genes ever. Now, if you'll take a closer look at this photo, you'll see everybody staring at the top of this guy's shiny head saying, hey, I'm glad I'm not him. Take a look here, they're both smiling, and I bet Donald Trump said, hey, nice hair. Now, here's a photo of the old Gipper having a good laugh. Yeah, and I bet the joke was, hey, Ronnie, you got a better hairline than that girl sitting next to you. Yeah, I would have been laughing too. There's a lot to be happy about, Mr. President.